Our season began with Barry Allen traveling back in time to create the alternate timeline Flashpoint. But for Team Arrow, that wasn't enough, because now they have to go and mess with the rest of the multiverse. Welcome, everyone, to the Flashpoint podcast. It's me, Phil. Tyler's here.
Hey.
And Zach.
Well, is it Zach? Or because Phil was so tired of me, he went into the multiverse and got another Zach. Perhaps I am Caveman Zach, or Hispanic Zach, or I am Underwater Zach. No, I'm Zach with Kung Fu Grip.
Should have been like, hey, everyone, it's me, Zach. How y'all doing?
Everyone would call me Zach or Zach Attack. I'll tell you why when we talk later. You know Tom Cavanaugh was having fun with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I? Okay, but actually, I was going to mention this, but I think since Phil used this part of the intro, I'll mention now. So apparently, changing the timelines is wrong, but messing with the multiverse is just plain dandy.
Yeah, and it's like, don't they learn their lesson? Because, yeah, you can bring a Wells. That's just weird to me anyway. That's just like, okay, this Wells is going back to Earth too, so let's just dive into the multiverse and pick out our own Wells. You know, like going to the pet store and getting a goldfish. It's like, let's find our own Wells.
And here's the thing about that is, and we can talk about more if we talk about the scene again. But it's worth mentioning now. There is absolutely no way to know if he's evil.
Exactly. That was going to be my next point. Yeah. You don't know if he's evil. I mean, he could be a serial killer. You don't know.
He's just going to become Darkseid.
That's the clincher.
Although I was laughing my butt off at, let's see, we had Western Wells, we had Mime Wells, Steampunk Wells, I'm assuming, and I'm gonna name the last Wells Hipster Wells.
Yeah, a lot of people have been calling him hipster, I think. Yeah.
I don't. Now maybe they'll use it the right way, which will be fine. If it's just plot device, like we just want to keep Tom in without having to use Earth 2, fine. But if they make him evil, it's going to be totally predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling something's going to happen there, and Earth 2 Wells is going to come back. But wait, so they can only get to like 19 Earths? Because I think that he was from the highest Earth they mentioned.
I don't think it was that far. It was that was just happened. Like it was only because it was only certain Earths that answered the message.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think they mentioned a number higher than 19. I had prepared myself for them to say, okay, let's check Earth 52.
When are we gonna? I really hope, just for, I mean, I don't know if it's got to be canon, but I just want to see an episode where we get. I don't know if there was a name for it, because it's not the Bizarre World. I don't think it was Bizarre World. It might be wrong, but there was like a dimension or other world in DC where everything was like really crazy. Like there was the Batman that accidentally shot himself in the head because he was an idiot.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's coming that there's gonna be a world where everyone.
When are we gonna get Mixic Picklick? Actually, Legends would be good for him to appear on, I think.
Supergirl.
Oh yeah, they probably will. They'll have him on Super. Well, man, I should come on Krypton Report so I can talk to Tyler about this. But moving on. Okay, so how about we talk about Barry and Joe and how they're uncomfortable about Iris and Barry? Because wasn't Joe like completely encouraging them to get together?
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like he thinks of Barry as a son, so it's like
I do get it. I'm just
kids.
It's more of I just wanted to say that out loud. But yeah, it does make sense.
I mean, he was for the idea, but when reality's staring him in the face.
Yeah.
Just because you're for the idea doesn't mean you want to see it.
I know, right? And we get J.T. Wentworth back this week. Yay!
The scene where he says, our debt. I mean, he's our debt. Like,
I know, I'm surprised no one made this. It would be funny, they get married, and like someone goes, weren't they brother and sister?
He's like, not by blood, not by blood.
If this was 100 years ago, this would be completely acceptable culture. Well,
maybe not the black and white thing. I mean. But so, speaking of romance, what about Joe?
Yeah, that's another thing. I love how the first time it's almost going to be his idea for dinner, and then when it's time, I do like how his answer for that too. It's like, what? And Barry's like, what happened there? You're not the only one who gets nervous.
Yeah. With a woman, with a woman half his size.
What do we think about the fact that Mirror Master's a meta?
I think you knew. I think you knew that was coming because they make most of his enemies metas now.
And apparently, the Earth 2 Mirror Master was the one we know.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool just reference back.
Well, that Sam Scudder, the one we saw, he was the Mirror Master, and then he got killed, and that Evan McCulloch was the second one. So yeah, that was pretty cool that they mentioned both of them. Well,
we'll see how they go. And by the way, can I just say, so much of this episode just confused me, even more than time travel.
It's I don't know. Some of the stuff felt weird, like the Wells thing just felt weird.
Well, I just meant mostly the science of Mirror Master's powers.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's Einstein-Rosen bridge, but they basically said it's just he creates wormholes through reflective surfaces.
I get that. It's just some of the and how they defeat him later. It's just...
Huh? Oh, well, that was cool.
Super science. You just got to go with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. It's a superhero show. No, I gotta say, I really hope they figure out a way to make Jessie a red because I really like her in the show.
Yeah, I think Wally's hoping for that too.
Oh, can I just say this? I don't care if he had good reason. No man reacts like that when the girl kisses him. No guy goes, whoa, hey.
Yeah, but it's a CW show.
Oh, right. Oh, of course.
You have to have the drama.
That's your trope.
I'm like, no, but I do like how it was like, he later on, he reacted how you would react. I don't care. I like you. I'll take what time I can get.
Mm-hmm.
That saved it for me.
I like how Jesse's outfit is the same suit that Trajectory had, just with a flash symbol. And can we talk just real quick about how her hero name is Jessie Quick?
The fact that she returned to Earth too. How the heck is she gonna? Because we said, oh, that name's fine as long as she's on Earth. That name does not work on Earth too.
I'd be like Barry Flash.
No,
Barry Flash. Oh.
No, that would be more like Barry Fast.
Oh, jeez.
It'd be funny if someone on Earth 2 goes, like they say, it's Jessie Quick. Someone on Earth 2 goes, hey, isn't that what Wells used to call his daughter? The nickname.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that whole thing with him going back to Earth 2, Wells like, I have so much stuff to rebuild on my Earth. I'm like, what? What do you have to do that's so important no one else can do on Earth 2?
I'm guessing Zoom related.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying there isn't anyone else on Earth 2 that can... What's he going to do, build buildings?
I know, right? Yep. Well, one thing I liked, because I noticed this as I'm having the episode right in front of me, is that like we can, because this is something you would see in a superhero show, like the guy sitting there going, he threw me through a mirror and I fell out the window, and the cop is just sitting there going,
no,
and not like I don't believe you, like go on, and I'm like, yes, this is how it would be in a cop show in the superhero world. You have to believe this stuff.
You have to take everything seriously until proven not.
Imagine how it would be in a cop show, and I would love to have them address this, like in any, not just this, just in anything that has this kind of thing. Like you have no idea. Like someone could come up to you and say, "My best friend turned into a gorilla, and he's shown up with Grodd." Another guy comes in, "My hamster got genius level intelligence and is trying to take over the world." You have to investigate it all. I don't know what to say about them getting other. We kind of already touched upon it. It really, for me, it depends where they go with it. I can't really comment anything now because it all depends where they go with the other Wells.
Yeah.
Although the fact that right from the beginning, they told him everything. By the way, this is a flash. His weaknesses are right here. We wrote them down for you. Here are his personal faults. Oh, and here are the weaknesses of all his friends. This is his address. This was a nightmare he had. You could use it against him if you turn evil. It's like, really?
Yeah, I know. Wells doesn't even spend after HR shows up. Wells Harry doesn't even spend 5 minutes there. He's just like, okay, bye.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of liked. I was worried they were going to do something stupid with the relationship between Mirror Master and Top. But I just like how they just joined up and that was it. I mean, there was no stupid drama. That was just it.
Yeah.
Although we should talk about how it makes absolutely no sense that her name is Top.
It's
I like how Jesse Quick calls her Top. She goes Top. I like it. How about they just say no? I don't want to be called that. I want to be called this.
Did anyone?
My name.
You guys caught the color of her dress, right?
yeah, the yellow and green. Yeah.
Yeah. I just.
Spinning.
Oh God. And it's just let's see. She can do vertigo, and this is a DC show. She's a villain, a DC villain who can cause vertigo. I wonder what we should call her.
Yeah, but Cisco would be like, that name's taken.
Yes.
I have that in my note that she's a better Count Vertigo than what we've got here.
Oh, because the original Count Vertigo was a mix of Joker and Scarecrow.
Well, yeah.
I did like them. I like the act. I think they did pretty good, despite those mistakes. Though obviously not their fault. I think they were pretty good.
Oh, yeah. And what about Caitlin?
If they make her villain, I'm going to cite Sleepy Hollow and Katrina Crane for this, because I've mentioned it's the best example for me. It's characters turning evil for stupid reasons. They better be going somewhere good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I wonder, okay? We never saw Caitlin in Flashpoint. We did. We never got to see if she had powers. They never touched on it. And I feel like we're led to believe that she didn't. That her powers are a product of Barry changing the timeline. But remember how like Magenta had like dual personalities?
But the Earth, the power, the Felicity was power. Felicity, the Caitlin with powers was Earth too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still that's irrelevant. I mean, because she could have powers because of the time change.
Yeah, all I have to say is Flashpoint, gave her a metagene.
Right.
I mean, we know that. Remember, Jesse's powers developed later after getting hit with the dark matter. Mm-hmm. Cisco's powers were latent and took longer. I mean, they said at the beginning that dark matter affects everyone differently. So, I mean, it could be they could start to find there's late metahuman development.
I don't mean to keep harping on metas, but do tops actually cause vertigo?
I don't think.
If you're
dizzy looking at that.
Get on top of one and spin it. I don't know.
By the way, can we talk about that? Like, he just like Barry teaching someone. It's like, yeah, he's the one that should be teaching someone, and then he runs blind into the robbery himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess since he's the only speedster, since he's the only speedster besides Jesse, I guess it's like, okay, he teaches her.
No, but I just love how in the bank robbery they run right into a room with completely reckless services, knowing what he could do, and it's just, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Barry overconfident? Come on.
You know how you can tell Mirror Master was going to be a villain? He was wearing loafers without socks.
You're right, totally evil. Oh, and how about...
Every time I see that, it's a bad guy.
This is one of those examples of stuff that was like, okay, Barry being able to follow Mirror Master.
Oh, yeah, going up the building and stuff, yeah.
No, I mean just like following the wave through the mirrors. I'm like, sure, why not?
It works.
And the second moment for me that was sure, why not, was Barry being stuck in a single mirror that they could move to Star Labs.
Well, it was a door, I think, so they just took the door off the hinges, I guess.
Oh, was it? Oh.
I think it was
still, the fact that they didn't really explain. I like how it's like trying to explain the mirrorverse. It's like, what's it like? It's dark. Moving on.
No.
Oh, by the way, I love later when Jesse faces Top, he's like, I learned. It's like, you really didn't do anything different. You just ran, and I did like how she took him out with a punch, because it's like, the Top has powers, but she's human. That is completely believable.
Yeah. So. Nuts. Completely nuts. So, let's see. What else did we get?
We have Caitlin becoming... I gotta wait to see where they go with this. Yeah. A lot of what they did, and then, of course, Barry defeats Mirror Master, and in a very confusing way, and I have no. If any of our listeners know science, could you please explain to me what that meant?
Well, you've never seen when like you have mirrors and you
No,
just.
I know about the infinite mirror thing. I just don't get why that would trap him.
He could never get out. He would just keep returning to the same point.
He just yeah.
If he jumped in it, if he jumped in it, it was like he would just return to the same little cell he's in. Mirrors.
No, sure, I'll accept it.
Uh,
But no, yeah, there's not really much to talk. There's a lot of general stuff to talk with this episode. I think a lot of it's build and other stuff that whether they're going to go with Hipster Wells, which is his official name, and it was a good episode though. I enjoyed the villains the two actors did very good. Although, hey, I know a way Mirror Master could get out of prison. Spill his water on the floor.
no.
That would be interesting.
If there's a limit to if it has to be his size for him to travel through that, but yeah, imagine if he that's one way he saves the water. I gotta admit, the effect of when Caitlin frees the shower is pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope it'd be cool if they do go more Killer Frost with her. They kind of do a little bit of a different look than what she
actually. You know what would be interesting, and this could save it if she doesn't call herself Killer Frost, like she doesn't become a villain. She gives herself a different name because she doesn't want to be Killer Frost.
Frosty.
Snow Bunny.
Oh.
Dr. Snow.
What's her name now?
Exactly. So, I mean, I don't think there's... I mean, I don't know if there's a lot... This episode was good, but there wasn't a lot in it. Not really.
It was good. It felt more like an older Flash episode.
It did, in a good way. Yeah, I liked it. What I'll say about it is it was good. Villains were good. Couple of things. We'll see where they're going. So I would give this good ratings. It was a decent episode.
It was a lot of CGI because they did a lot of running.
And the only bad CGI is when she tripped.
Mm-hmm.
But that effect, whenever they do Flash running fast but slow, it's always a little iffy in the show.
Yeah, I mean, I let it slide. It's a TV budget. I mean, things are going to have a little bit.
It wasn't like it was Toy Story 1 effect Nazi Berserker.
Yeah. I like the Toy Story 1.
Just reminds me of Woody running. So is there anything else we should touch upon for this episode?
I don't know. It was one tiny thing they just mentioned real quick, but how about Alchemy able to like cloak himself when he killed Rival? Like they couldn't see him on the security camera.
I forgot to mention that last week. We saw him. Well, again, that could be a mistake in editing, though. That we see him choke, and they see him get thrown around. So we don't know if he's cloaking or if it's just an editing thing.
Well, I think
they wanted the audience. They actually killed off the Rival, so we don't have an evil speedster.
Yeah. They heard you, Tyler.
Good. It's nice.
Yeah, but Reverse Flash is still running around out there.
But not in Flash.
Yeah, maybe not yet. Okay. He might come back. He might come back for an episode or two.
Well, that would be fine. I mean, as long as it's not the overarching villain. I like that they're using Dr. Alchemy and the way that they're doing it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else?
I don't think so. No, I don't think. Well, I was gonna say I had a theory who Alchemy is.
Yeah.
Well,
remember Tyler? I think I was saying, what if it's Eddie Thawne?
Oh, yeah. Right. We've said that. I don't have a theory. The only one I got is it's either what's his face or why am I forgetting his name?
Julian. Yeah.
I kept thinking Jared for some reason, but it's him or it's a red herring.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's one or the other. They're going to red herring it. But if it's not him, I have no idea. Phil's theory is as good as anything.
What if it's Wells from Earth 19?
Wow.
Well, let's compare his Hello Earthling voice to the Alchemy voice.
Oh, I just wonder for the crossover for all the shows. It's going to be aliens. I wonder if they're going to show that he's actually like a shape-shifting alien or something. And that
could be.
That was like a thing like, hey, see, we told you he was an alien.
Oh, but he's not a villain. He's just on that planet. Wells is an alien.
It could be evil.
It's infinitely possible because it's one of those things we don't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope that whoever Dr. Alchemy is, maybe it's a character that we're just like we don't see coming. Maybe it'd be something neat if the character of Dr. Alchemy is just a paradox that exists outside because of Barry's time travel. Like it's someone who would never have existed had there not been the Flashpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, just with the mask and everything, we're going to recognize the face.
Yeah, it's possible. It's Tony Todd.
who I met last week.
Awesome.
He's so nice, and he is huge in person. Like his hand, I felt like my hand disappeared when I shook his.
It's possible.
He's totally chill, though. Not a big surprise there. He's totally a chill guy.
Did you ask for an interview?
Yeah, because I wanted to get thrown out.
Well, not there, but say, hey, come on the show.
I did not, but
way to go.
Maybe I'll find someone at Rhode Island Comic Con, which I will be at. Anyone looking for me in Rhode Island, come find me. So,
Guess that's it.
What's next?
I don't know.
I guess so. No. So, which one of us is going to take us out this week?
Phil.
Yeah. Okay.
He brought us in.
All right, everyone. Well, share your thoughts share your thoughts on Wells with us and everything else that happened this week. The Caitlyn thing and why messing with them all.
Well, show your thoughts on Wells and his effect on the well-being of the team. And send us your well wishes about Wells. Thank you. Okay, Phil, actually take us out.
Okay. So yeah, share your thoughts with us. Email us flasharrowpodcast@gmail.com. On Facebook, you can go give us a like on the Flashpoint and Legends of DC pages, and on Twitter we are at Flashpoint_SMG and at Legends of DC Pod. And any Marvel or DC things you want to chat about, you can always email me, nightwingpvp@gmail.com, and on Twitter I am at nightwingpvp. And Tyler?
You can find me on Krypton Report or at JTY Patrick on Twitter, and pretty much JTY Patrick.
And then you can find me Interim Sandy on Twitter, and find me on Facebook on my own personal one, or on any of the Southgate Media shows that I host.
Awesome. So I guess that's it.
All right,
everyone. Yeah, come back and it's just a weird time.
Come back before we are all replaced with multiverse versions of each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come back. All you Earth One people, come back. We're not looking for any.
I think you mean Terra Prime.
Terra Prime, what's up? All right, well.
Exit number 3.
What?
It's like the third time we said goodbye.
Yeah, I know. All right, everyone, come back next week and join us in the Flashpoint.